Hey guys, Hayden here with a quick tutorial on finalizing your mix or edit. Just an FYI, these tutorials are geared towards dancers to help you make your own dance mix or edit. So we're not going to get into anything too crazy or comprehensive, really basic stuff. Today it's just doing the final touches and polishing your mix to make sure it's performance ready or rehearsal ready. And today we are in Audacity, so let's just get right to it. So here I have Audacity open and I have 2 songs imported. I've spliced each one to my liking and I've added fades to each one. If I were to zoom in here, you could see those. And I also added this explosion sound effect here as well to make the transition flow a little bit better. So first thing I want to do when finalizing my mix is just make sure that all of the tracks here are at proper volume levels. And we can do that by checking our meters when playing back and making sure that we don't have anything too loud. So I'm going to play this back here and we're just going to hear, I'm going to watch these meters up here and just kind of see. They should be bouncing anywhere between, -12 and 0 up in this area. We don't want them too hot and just kind of smashing over to the right, but we don't want it too low like in the -24, -18 area either. So let's go ahead and play back right here and you'll be able to hear this transition as well. So you can see up here that we do have some clipping going on. And what that means is usually with these meters, they have these little red indicators or red lights that will basically say, hey, you have too much volume coming out of your mix or coming out of your song. So you need to tone it down just a little bit. So the way that we would normally fix this is by adding a limiter to our master output. Basically, all these things are getting routed out to a single output or a single source, and that's this right here. This is, showing what all those add up to when we have like 3 things happening at once. In this case, this song transitioning here and an explosion. It was just a little too much, and so we had that clipping going on. So the way we normally fix this is adding an effect, a limiter really, to this master output. Now here's the biggest downfall with Audacity is they don't allow you to add effects to that master area or to the final mix essentially. So how we need to do this is export it as it is first with a little bit of clipping. And so what I'm going to do is go to File, hit Export, and then I'm going to choose WAV file. So a WAV file is actually a much higher quality file than an MP3. And it's what's called a lossless format. Basically, we're not compressing it and losing any of the quality. So I'm going to do this for now. When we finalize our last mix, it's going to be an MP3. So for now, I'll just do WAV file, and then we'll just leave it as my song number 1. You can name it whatever you want, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop here. And this is fine. 16-bit is what you want, WAV. So I'll click Save. Your tracks will be mixed down and exported as one stereo file, and that's what we want. So click OK. And then it's going to have you add all this stuff. You don't need to do this. So I'm not going to add any information here because it doesn't really matter to me. I just need my song. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK here, and this will export it. And so now if I go to my desktop, as you can see right here, there it is, my song number 1.wave. So I'm going to import that into a new Audacity session. Let's go ahead and close out of this one here. I'm just going to actually go to File, New. And then there's our new session. So if I come back here, and now I'm going to drag my entire mix, so this is everything, into my file. It's one big audio file. So now we can add effects to this. So as we've seen before, adding limiters and different things, we can click Select here. It'll select our entire track. And then you're going to go up to Effect. And then we're going to go down here to Limiter. And then soft limit's fine. We're really just going to limit this to be -0.10. And that's just saying 0 is basically the minimum it's allowed to go to. So this is just saying if anything hits -0.1, which is just below the 0 minimum before it starts distorting and having issues, if anything hits that, just stop it from proceeding. So it'll kind of smash it a little bit, but you won't be able to hear that. This will also keep us from hearing any distortion or anything like that. So then I'm just going to hit OK. So now that is limited and it is ready to export. So we can simply do that by going to File, Export, Export as MP3. And then again, we'll call this one my song number 1, MP3 smaller file, which is better. You do want to change the quality here. This is one major step you don't want to miss. And just change this to 320 kilobytes per second. That's just a much better quality file. You can hear audibly that this is going to sound a lot more artifacty and kind of cheapy. I don't know what other word to use, but it doesn't sound good. So definitely switch that to 320. Presets fine, joint stereo, and then just go ahead and click save to wherever you want to save it. Again, it's going to ask you for your information, but you can just skip this, hit OK. And just like that, we now have our finalized mix MP3. And so this is the one that you can email to yourself, or, you can share it here by mail or messages, or however you want to get it to your phone, whatever that process is for you. So just to recap, get your mix sounding how you want, then export it as a WAV file, and then bring it into a new Audacity session, add a limiter to keep things from clipping and distorting, and then export it again as your MP3 final mix, and you're all set. And to get it to your phone or other device, of course, you'll just need to email it to yourself or use some other means. So hopefully this video was helpful. If so, give the video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about making mixes or edits for dance, you can contact me directly or head over to dancecuts.com/contact. And just for those curious, here is Dance Cuts. This is our music editor made for dancers. Dance Cuts automatically adjusts volumes and adds limiters to the songs that are imported, as well as to the overall mix, so you don't have to worry about balancing your mix. It does everything for you in the background. When you click export, it'll automatically save your mix to the best quality that's still compressed. And on top of that, it's exported to an account online, so you can easily access it anywhere, or stream it, or download it to your device from there. This is much easier than other editors, as Dance Cuts was created for dancers. And it is free, so be sure to check that out. You can do that by heading over to dancecuts.com and navigating to the downloads page. We also have loads of tutorials to help you quickly learn Dance Cuts, with more being made regularly, so be on the lookout for those, and we will see you in the next one.